Relying on manual spreadsheets is no longer sufficient to document a multinational's environmental impact for strict Indonesian regulators. Global investors and the Financial Services Authority now require sustainability data to be verifiable and finance-grade. They expect the same mathematical rigor for carbon emissions and labor practices that they demand for a quarterly balance sheet. By 2026, the OJK requires commercial banks to disclose climate risks. By 2027, the SPK legally aligns domestic reporting with international standards. Companies must shift from qualitative narratives to quantitative scenario analysis, showing exactly how climate risks impact financial performance. Legacy spreadsheets fail because they cannot simultaneously calculate Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions, while aggregating siloed data from human resources and corporate governance departments. Navigating these mandates requires a multi-domain ESG application. Essentially, organizations are adopting a sustainability ERP, a centralized system designed to serve as a single source of truth for non-financial data. Selecting a platform involves choosing between two paths: deep global ERP integration or hyper-localized regional agility. Opting for a massive, globally integrated legacy system often commits an organization to a heavy implementation phase. These platforms carry steep learning curves and high upfront costs that can slow down a rapid compliance rollout. Conversely, a lightweight, localized platform might secure compliance for Indonesian mandates today, but as the company scales, it may lack the integration needed to satisfy different international regulators. The correct software choice is dictated by an enterprise's current level of data maturity and the primary regulatory jurisdiction it operates within. The first major approach is the ERP-centric model. This architecture serves massive, established conglomerates that already possess heavy digital infrastructure. Systems like SAP Sustainability Control Tower pull granular, actual operational data directly from a company's existing S/4HANA databases, rather than relying on industry averages. This enables business steering. Executives can analyze sustainability metrics alongside real-time financial data to make immediate decisions on resource allocation. The trade-off for this depth is a complex implementation process and a high total cost of ownership. The second approach is the collaborative compliance model. This structure is designed for cross-functional teams and requires significant upskilling for staff across finance and operations to ensure data entry remains accurate. Instead of living inside the ERP, platforms like Workiva use APIs to link disconnected human resources software, financial ledgers, and external utility provider systems into a single cloud interface. This structure maps those metrics to multiple reporting frameworks simultaneously, such as the GRI or local Indonesian POJK rules, while maintaining automated audit trails for third-party verifiers. While these collaborative models offer superior audit readiness, they act as reporting overlays. Their output is only as reliable as the external data fed into them. Indonesia's archipelagic geography makes data consolidation difficult. A single conglomerate might manage sites spanning from Sumatra to Papua, increasing the risk of manual data delays and inconsistencies. This geographic friction drives the use of the hyper-localized AI model. Platforms like Presgo are engineered specifically to navigate the regional regulatory landscape. These AI-native systems provide pre-built templates for local mandates like POJK 51, the regulation requiring Indonesian companies to publish annual sustainability reports. The AI automates the data formatting needed to meet these specific local standards. The primary limitation is that highly localized tools typically lack the vast, established integration ecosystems offered by legacy global providers. For Indonesian agriculture and extraction industries, the largest environmental footprint exists in Scope 3, the emissions generated across the external supply chain. Indonesian firms must now track verifiable proof of origin to comply with international laws like the EU Deforestation Regulation. Specialized platforms address this. SustainIT uses blockchain-level tracking and databases mapping over 1 million agricultural plots to verify sourcing for commodities like palm oil or rubber across multiple tiers of suppliers. For commodities-heavy enterprises, verifiable supply chain traceability is the deciding factor for maintaining access to North American and European markets. Once the architecture is chosen, IT teams must decide between software as a service, or SaaS, and on-premise deployments. The cloud-based SaaS model is widely used due to its lower barrier to entry, rapid deployment speeds, and the automatic rollout of new AI-driven features. However, national digital sovereignty expectations in Indonesia often demand strict data residency within a localized, walled-off data center. Companies handling highly sensitive data often choose the higher upfront cost of on-premise solutions to maintain absolute security control. Over a 5-year period, the total cost of ownership shifts depending on the volume of enterprise users and the amount of bespoke customization the IT team requires. SaaS is the standard for global capital markets, but local regulatory sensitivities often force a compromise on infrastructure agility. This flowchart maps hurdles to architectures. For data complexity and legacy systems, the ERP-centric choice enables real-time steering. For multi-jurisdiction reporting and audit readiness, collaborative API platforms offer a single source of truth. Finally, for local POJK compliance and supply chain mapping, choose localized innovators. Diagnosing your enterprise's data maturity archetype is the only way to ensure these digital tools provide a positive return on investment. Ultimately, these platforms only succeed when paired with a shift in organizational culture and human oversight. No multi-domain application can fix a lack of institutional data integrity. PT Astra International demonstrated this by building a self-audit accounting system, where technology only works because employees are upskilled to proactively self-regulate. Finance-grade ESG is achieved only when technology serves as an enabler for a genuine organizational commitment to transparency.